Good morning, everyone. We are year 6 students from CEIP Cervantes in Ejea de los Caballeros. The title of our investigation is How Romance Influenced Us, and we are going to tell you all about it. We visited the Modern Art Museum in Ejea with our school. In the museum, there is a Roman stone called a miliario. Our teacher Victor explained that a millenarium was used in Roman roads. We became very curious about this stone as it was covered with some interesting words in Latin. These words sound like words we know in Spanish, words such as Pompaelo and Quesar Augusta. How can this be possible?
Victor told us many languages come from Latin. They are called Romance languages. We were very surprised and we decided to investigate them. We love languages because our school is an important community of speakers of different languages. So we became very interested. Our research follows the scientific method, ask a question, form hypotheses, conduct an investigation, record your observation, and come to a conclusion. This question is the starting point in our research. Which language spoken in our school community come from Latin? Can we find any evidence of the Latin origin of these languages? These are the hypotheses we wanted to investigate which is the correct one. All languages in our school come from Latin. Some languages in our school come from Latin. And some of the languages in our school come from Latin. Let's investigate!
To carry out this investigation, we have used the following tools and materials: a school survey, charts, graphics, and maps, internet, and interviews. This is our procedure. First, we decided to make a survey to find out how many countries and nationalities are in school. Then we found official languages for these countries. After the survey, we clearly organized the data in charts, graphics, and maps. Then, we also interviewed some children from other countries to learn about their languages. Finally, we investigated in some websites and we looked for words in those languages that come from Latin.
It was very interesting to research about this. We found out that in our school there are students from 25 different nationalities in 4 different continents. The countries are Bosnia, Ukraine, Bulgaria, Romania, Moldova, Spain, Italy, China, Pakistan, Palestine, Nigeria, Ghana, Equatorial Guinea, Senegal, Cabo Verde, Mali, Algeria, Morocco, Brazil, Colombia, Peru, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Cuba, and Nicaragua. For each country and nationality, we investigated the official languages. This is a list of them. So, which languages on the list have Latin origin, and how can we show this? We investigated on the internet and we found out that Spanish, French, Italian, Romanian, and Portuguese are Romance languages that come from the Latin. So we decided to find evidence of this. How can we do this? We asked for help from children and families who speak these languages at home, and we researched it on the internet.
From this investigation, we had some interesting observations. We can see in French these words come from Latin. For example, facile, amour, rose, and vert. In Romanian, these words come from Latin. For example, peste, moarte, noapte, and avia. In Portuguese, these words come from Latin. For example, abril, géner, bestia, and acusador. In Italian, these words come from Latin. For example, vivo, universus, vertiginoso, and luminari. And finally, in Spanish, these words come from Latin. For example, tierra, verdad, naturaleza, and agua.
We also discovered a few words that come from Latin and nowadays are used in all these languages, such as curriculum vitae or in extremis.
So, as a conclusion, we can say that a 56% of official languages spoken in CEIP Cervantes come from countries who have a Romance language as an official language. These are Italian, Portuguese, Spanish, Romanian, and French. This 56% corresponds to 236 students and 14 different countries.
Also, Romans left us an incredible heritage in aqueducts, Roman roads, and buildings.
Wow! Romans have a big influence in our school. Thank you very much. This is the end of our presentation.
Okay, first of all, congratulations. Well done. You've done an amazing job. What I most liked about your project is that it has to do with other aspects of science related to history, geography, all those languages, learning about the different flags, which you probably didn't know about, okay? So a part of learning about what languages come from Latin, what other things during your investigation or research did you find like really interesting? Was it like about the other languages? Was it about the different continents, the flags? Could you tell us about other things that you found interesting throughout your investigation?
It was very interesting to note that in our village is a Roman stone. It's called Miriarium, but we don't know that the stone exists.
And what about the English language? Did you investigate where the English language comes from? Because you didn't say that it comes from Latin, because it doesn't come from Latin. Do you know where it comes from?
The English come from Germanic, or it has Germanic origin.